Here's the secret, guys. You can't be in two places at one time. You can't be in an emotional state and rational state at the same time. Identifying what you're experiencing emotionally, when you rationally do that, guess what happens? Now you're moving your position from an emotional position to a rational one. This is how I can communicate. This is how I share. So let me share this, because this is a misnomer. Men don't have emotions. And we say, I hear this all the time. I used to say that you just emotionally reacting. And we rationalize it by you just tripping. Listen, guys, your anger is an emotion. Yeah, you're emotional. The fact that you telling her you're emotional, I don't have time for this, that's an emotional reaction. You are emoting differently. A woman is more communicative because she's more emotionally driven than men are. And the reason we're not so emotionally driven is because when we go through puberty, that second dose of testosterone that comes into our body first comes when we're conceived, of course, male, right? Second, puberty. That second dose of testosterone washes one side of our brain. Guess which side it is? It's the emotional one. That's why the 7-year-old son is at a different state emotionally than the 17-year-old son. The 7-year-old son is more emotionally connected to mom and dad than the 17-year-old son. Because the 17-year-old son is now disconnecting, learning and relearning to live on the logical side of his brain. Hence, brothers, that's why we can't stand going over to the emotional side and trying to process it, because guess what? It's too much work. It's too difficult and too hard. And I'm not telling you to do that, because I know it is. But this is what we can do. Recognize what you feel. Communicate what you feel in the moment. This is what we call healthy emotional experiences. Knowing that. And some men are, I don't have no emotions. You're delusional. And probably, I know you're under 25 or 35 years old, because you ain't lived long enough to know this truth. So understand, bro. I trip out on my brothers who 25, 30 thinking they got to listen. You ain't lived long enough to know the answer. I know you think you do, but you ain't lived long enough. You haven't had the experiences to gain what we call healthy perspective. That's what I got over you, is healthy perspective. Because I can hear it in the feeds already. Healthy perspective. You have emotions. This is why men, one of the reasons, not the reason I should say, but one of the reasons, huge contributing factor to our demise as brothers is this. We won't communicate. Because somehow we bought into the lie that men don't have emotions. So I can't feel nothing. So I'm not trying to process my feelings, because I don't feel nothing because I'm a man. That's a lie. Did you know statistically men commit suicide 4 times the rate of women? Because we don't talk. Women are more communicative by nature. Women can sit in a group and talk about their problems all day. Brothers, we gonna hide it to the day we die. Because we don't want nobody to see, here it is, our flaws. Because we got this identity crisis of what a man is. We bought into stuff that ain't even true, that folks who said it wasn't even living by. That men don't have emotions. That's a woman thing, so check them emotions. Nothing can be further from the truth. So we're scared to be vulnerable. Because we think vulnerability is a sissy, is a punk, is weak, and nothing can be further from the truth. If anything, it puts you in a position of control, because you know what you're experiencing and why you're experiencing it. Going through life with this false idea that you don't feel because you're a man. Somebody sold us this crap, this bill of goods that ain't worth nothing. That's why brothers is killing themselves, going through pain silently and not communicating to their wives the need for emotional support, the need for whatever it is you're feeling that you've been suppressing. The suppression in the living up to an idea that's not even real. There's nobody with S's on their chest, guys. It's real. It's no Supermans out here. We all broken people, men and women. We're broken. We're hurt.